Good evening and welcome my sweet baby darlings to another episode of Late Night with Quiche Lorraine. My guest this evening was once upon a time Knoxville's darling, Judy Goode. Say hello, Judy.
Hello, Judy.
Oh, nobody's done that joke before. Let's talk about Judy.
Okay, let's.
Tell us where Judy got her beginning, her name, etc.
Oh, Judy's humble beginnings. Well, so I may not look it right now, but my drag was originally very Appalachian inspired, and because I grew up like right at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, and I loved, we grew up in church, and I just loved the aesthetic of like the dolled up church ladies with the big hair. My mom was a hairdresser too. I followed in her footsteps, and she was one of those like the higher the hair, the closer to Jesus, like roller sets back to back every Friday. And I just like kind of adopted that. My grandma was the same way, never left the house with her hair teased up, nails done, a ring on every finger.
My mother would not go to the mailbox unless she was completely done up.
Oh, yeah.
My father says that he never saw my mother without makeup.
Oh, wow.
When me and my siblings were born, she would not let anyone in to see us until she did her hair and makeup first.
I love that. Dolly Parton takes off her makeup at night and then applies a new face before she goes to bed in case there's a fire or an earthquake or something and she has to run out of the house.
My mother would wake up before everyone else and do all of this. And, after everyone went to sleep, she would take it off. So my father never saw her without her makeup.
I love
40-year marriage, never saw her without makeup.
She's an icon.
Well, what are you doing now?
So
in your life presently?
In my life presently, I've been on a hiatus from drag. This is actually my first time back in drag in over a year. I moved to Asheville from little old Cleveland, Georgia. This was my first big move away from home. And I got a job at a salon called Beauty Parade. And I don't know, you may have seen the mural on the side of the building. It's a big brick wall with a mural of Dolly Parton and RuPaul.
I've never been.
Never been to Asheville?
No.
Well, I actually saw it on Facebook.
I don't travel.
I saw it on Facebook before I knew that like it was in Asheville. But two of my best friends moved up there last August, and they were the ones that convinced me to move up there. And they were like, that Dolly Parton RuPaul mural was like 5 minutes from our house. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. I didn't know it was there. And then we drove by it one day, and I was like, oh my God, that's a salon. And yeah, so I ended up sending an email, and I told him I did drag too, and Dolly was one of my biggest inspirations. And yeah, I ended up getting the job, and I found a nice place. It's been great so far.
Well, down in Georgia,
yes.
Did you perform a lot there? How was your drag career in Georgia?
Pretty much non-existent.
Oh.
Actually, my debut was in Athens, Georgia for a newbie night, January of 2020. And I got second place in the competition. And I had a couple bookings from then on. But my next show was that week in March. It was 2020. It was that week in March when COVID shut the world down.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, there goes that. And then fast forward to Halloween of that year, I thought it would be funny to dress up as Peggy Hill from King of the Hill for Halloween. And I posted a TikTok of it, and the TikTok went viral. And that caught the attention of some show directors up here who I was just kind of acquainted with. And that's actually how I got like into drag. So the majority of my performances have been either in Chattanooga or Knoxville.
We have a portrait of Dolly in Knoxville too. Does that mean you'll be moving to Knoxville now?
It just might.
Downtown, there's right behind Market Square. There's an alley, and there is a big giant portrait of Dolly?
I feel like I may have seen that at one point.
I'm sure
I would have
you
to go find it again, though.
Yeah, I think it's known outside of Knoxville pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
I
I
love
guess
that.
you're moving here now.
Yeah. Packing my bags. I got my shoes on.
Are you ready to perform?
Yes.
Are you?
It's very nice
It's
to be
been
back.
a long time.
It's been a long time, but it's
How
like
are
riding a
those-
bike.
How are those knees and joints? Have they been lubricated?
Not to the extent they should have been.
Turn up the music so we can't hear popping and cracking.
Exactly.
When you are 87 years old, such as I, you learn to move very little.
Oh, yeah. Sell it with the face.
It's all in the emotion. So,
I love it.
toddle off and let's see your performance. So we're back. Are we tired? Out of breath from that performance?
Oh, God. Yeah.
I can tell. Thank you.
I'm exhausted.
Asheville. I believe the nation knows what happened in Asheville.
Mm.
Can you tell us, were you affected? What happened during the hurricane and the floods?
Fortunately, I don't live near the river. It was the record level flooding that caused all the devastation. Everywhere else that wasn't near the river just got hit with a tropical storm. So luckily my house had a tree branch in the yard.
That's it?
Not even a whole tree.
Loss of power or anything?
We did lose power. It took about 3 weeks to get water back.
Oh.
And then we had a boil advisory because the flood had taken out a lot of the water treatment plants. And some of them had to be repaired, but some of them had to be like completely rebuilt. So it took a long time. But now we are finally back to clean water, and technically we can drink it, but I'm still kind of afraid. There was a lead advisory at one point.
Ooh.
From all the water like sitting still in the pipes. But yeah, the majority of Asheville is like basically back to normal, but the places like the River Arts District, like it's probably going to be years before that is even remotely close to what it used to be.
Is that the touristy area? Or?
It's one of them, yeah. The Biltmore Village. There's another one that
yeah, I saw.
They were driving boats through there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oof. It was bad.
How close is that to Asheville?
I think it's technically Asheville.
Oh, it's like a
as far as I know.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like the south side.
Oh, okay. I don't travel. If it's more than 5 miles from my home, I don't need to be there.
Amen. What am I doing here?
How long did it take you to get here today?
Almost 2.5 hours, which is a step up compared to driving from Cleveland, which was 3.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So
for the show that must not be named.
Yes.
That is where we met.
It is where we met.
Mm-hmm. Season 3 of the show that must not be named.
Yes.
Do you think people are going to know what we're talking about?
I'm assuming yes. The people that watch this show watch that show.
The person sitting here is the only one I did not want to kill by the end of the show that must not be named.
Aw.
Some of them I even burned in effigy on video.
I'm glad I stayed on your good side.
That's why you won. What did you win?
Miss Congeniality.
Miss Congeniality. And what did that consist of?
A piece of paper.
A printed out certificate.
Yeah.
For 3
and I have it on my wall
hours of driving a week.
Yeah.
Worth it.
It was totally worth it.
Oh, yes.
I love that piece of paper.
Oh, speaking of paper, we didn't do this with our last guest. Let's do it with you. You want to? Just say
sure,
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just say yes, because you're going to do it. Rorschach test.
Oh, God. Okay.
Do you know what a Rorschach test is?
Like the splotches?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I've used these with several of our guests, and I get different answers every time. And if you're wrong, I let you know.
Okay.
Supposedly, there's not supposed to be a wrong answer. But if you're wrong, I will let you know.
That's very considerate.
Yeah. Okay.
I appreciate it.
Are you ready?
I guess.
1, 2, 3.
Can I say it on camera?
Don't think about it too. Say it nicely. Don't think about it too quickly. I mean, too longly.
But
someone else said that.
What's the correct answer?
I believe fatty acid said the same thing. It's an overfilled tick, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that makes more sense. 2 pterodactyls about to make love.
That's close to what someone else said, too. But I see 2 duckies bumping bellies. That is the correct answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
A bikini top?
Ooh. How about that way?
A jack-o'-lantern face?
I'll let you have those. Last one. Are you ready? Let's see the anticipation. Oh, what do we have here? This one kind of made a mess when I made it.
It kind of looks like that optical illusion that's either like you either see 2 faces or you see like...
Oh, of a Haas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what that reminds me of.
Okay. Gift time.
Yay. Oh, I get a gift?
Oh, yes, you do.
Oh, my gosh.
Here's your gift. You may not keep the box. Aww. I personally chose this from my own personal collection of antiques at home.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Oh, my God. Yes, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Action figure. So
she's got movable arms.
You can just take her around and make judgments against people, and if they get mad, it goes, "Oh, Ruth said it, not me. It was Ruth."
Oh, that's brilliant. She even has like the pointing finger. Zoom in on this.
Are you pleased?
I am very pleased.
Well, tell us all how you got your name, Judy Goode.
Well, it's a play on the term Good Judy. Initially, my drag name was Sabrina Fox, like way back in the day, before I ever performed or anything.
You are not old enough to have a way back in the day.
I don't know. I like where the term Good Judy comes from.
Where does that term come? I've never heard that.
You've never heard the term Good Judy?
No.
It started initially back in the days where being gay was illegal and they had to use code words. So they, in reference to Judy Garland and the Wizard of Oz, people would ask, "Are you a friend of Judy?"
I've heard that.
Yeah, and then that just evolved into Good Judy, as in like a term for your good gay friend.
Maybe that's just what you rednecks did down in Georgia. Because I've never heard the Good Judy.
The speaking in code, the cruising.
Well,
all that.
I believe you. I believe we're done.
Okay.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I had a
The
blast.
best time you've had in a year, correct?
This was the best time I've had in a year.
I believe you. Well, my babies, thank you for watching. Everyone say goodbye to Judy Goode.
Goodbye.
And thank you for following us and being with us this whole season. Every one of you is my favorite. You're welcome.